Hey YouTube, it's Sandra. I'm back again with another YouTube video. I just completed week 8 of 12 of body mechanics at Animation Mentor. And I hit a plateau this week. The previous week I was not really, where do I start? I know I talked about how I did my planning and everything last week, but this week I was not satisfied with what I got from my mentor, and yeah, that did not turn out the best. I thought I did really well on the previous week's um, assignment with the planning and the karate kick, but actually it was one of my worst works, so I'm not really happy about that. So this week was a lot of like revising my reference, reshooting things, and yeah, my original idea was to do a boulder of Stella pushing against it like this, but so I did that, and so I focused on that right there. Yeah, I just have it rough, and yeah, I had a lot of help from my mentor, like we went back and forth, like, okay, how to fix the timing, the spacing, what else, timing, spacing, like poses, especially figuring out how to exaggerate all the poses and everything. So yeah, so I focused on that, and I know I've been like struggling, and I'm kind of concerned if I don't pass class 2, because I had a nightmare. I got to share with you all that I had a nightmare right at the end of September, right? And in it, my mentor for some reason changed everything being a test, right? And it said it was a test, and then I realized I failed class 2, right? But I mean, I still have time to improve. I'm still waiting for this week, because this week all we had to do was blocking. So that was that. But I had that dream, and it was not a good one, and I really don't want it to come true, because like he said, it's totally doable to pass this class. Obviously, he said it, and I feel confident in this week's assignment, but I don't get my hopes too up. Obviously, I still have to watch the critique for this week, and I still haven't had his feedback on it yet, so I am still on that. But wish me all the best luck to pass class 2, because I'm nervous right now. I don't want to repeat a class, obviously, and nobody does. I don't. Shit happens, life gets in the way, or you need more time to fix something, or you have to drop the class, or you have no funds, whatever it is. But I just don't want this dream to come true, like I dread it, I've been like, so yeah, so I'm kind of like, I just hope my worst fears don't come true, basically. Like, yeah, I just have to re-register and take body mechanics again, which I don't want to, obviously. I want to move on and progress. I mean, if obviously there's things I need to improve on, and my mentor's talking about, okay, so this is totally doable. However, what we're looking for is making sure you understand like the weight, the space relationships with each other, the strong posing. So, I was really focused on not copying my reference pose for pose exactly this week, because I wanted to exaggerate. So when she fell back, and I changed half of my other reference. So when I changed, like, where instead I had like a dramatic fall, I decided to just be like, oh, okay, yeah, my head, but like be like, like where she's pushing back, and I definitely felt comfortable with the overlap. Got my hair in. Getting the visuals. I learned the constraints. Oh yeah, that was another bitch to do this week. The reason I even chose something with the boulder or holding was because of the constraints. So when I hit spline, I noticed they move. So that'll be something I'll have to continue to fix. So that'll be another thing to worry about the next week or two. But I will ask my mentor, ask my friend. She was very helpful this week, so shout out to her. She helped me with that, told me how to do the constraints. So yay! So I'm really happy about that. So I got the constraints. I'm really satisfied with the way it turned out, and like with the constraints, but I'm still waiting. I mean, obviously I still need to add some blocking plus poses. I didn't have too much time to work on add more poses. I was trying to get my key storytelling poses in first, and getting the timing. I still think I could ease in the timing, definitely between frames 1 and 14. I definitely should add in like another 2 more poses at least, especially when they're close together, like ease it into it, like be like very swift when she gets ready to run. So I definitely want to add that in more, and I'll talk to my mentor about it, and hopefully he can help me with some suggestions on what I'm thinking along the lines as well. So I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't think there's much to really talk about this week. It's just I just had blocking to do this week, and it was just a lot of a lot of high anxiety, and wish me luck. I still have what, 3 weeks left? Yeah, 3 more weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah, close to my week 8. Yeah, 3 more assignments left to do. And I really want to knock this out. I definitely want to do it. Eventually, want to hit some splining next week, or add a really good blocking plus this week, which is the goal. Add in some more breakdown poses so it really flows, especially the ending. I'm still not satisfied with the last 2-3 poses. They're a little meh. I really love how she runs up to the boulder, pushes it. I really feel like that's my strongest suit, but a little halfway into it or towards the end, like between frames 70 to 96, I'd say those are a little rusty, a little struggling there just to settle her down. I think I need to add a little bit more tweening, a little in betweens in there. So, but it's just very slow easing out of it. So I'm definitely doing that, try and replicate that. And when I got into spline just to test that, it looked like bleh, it looked like vomit, like slow mo Stella, like just like a slow mo, like just like that. I'm like, no, that can't be right. So I definitely really wanna, like, it looks good in blocking, but I eventually have to clean up the graph editor with that, just fix that up. So the timing feels, pretty good. I'm not the only one who's struggling with timing. I've noticed other friends and classmates are still struggling with some timing, and just, people struggle with different things. So, it's a learning process, and, I'll admit, I mean, it's hard, I was doing really well. I met my goals for my assignments, went up to week 6, but then last week I was trying to avoid a 2.5 last week. I really was trying to avoid that grading system, because the other ones I was averaging 3s and 3.5s. I definitely saw an improvement in my assignments from getting a 3, or last class term I had like a 3, and then I had 3.5. But this term I've definitely upped it. A little. My work is starting to improve. I'm starting to notice that, and that's what I'm looking for, is improvement, and for my own goals, and for my own goals, and obviously to pass this class, because it's tough. I'm surprised I'm doing full body walk. I know my previous assignment wasn't the highest quality, to be honest. Like that's kind of my fault. I didn't spend too much time, and the real reason why I didn't do too hot last week was because I didn't spend too much time polishing it up. That was what really killed me last week, and I thought I had it. But I was really so focused on the planning and details. Even my planning was the worst. So it was like, I don't know what happened, but hopefully this, I've changed things up. I worked with my mentor, and so anyways, that was it. It's a little longer than usual, but hopefully next week, and wish me all the best luck I need. I need to pass class 2. See you guys.